Alright, welcome back to XCOM2 War of the Chosen. We are running a little bit out of time. The Doom timer is running, and for the first time in the history of this campaign, we actually lost a day or two. We're down to 23 and a half days, so it's at least 4 days that we have lost. So our number one priority is going to skulljack the F out of someone. The reason why I've chosen a very difficult mission is there are more enemies. More enemies means there's a higher chance that there's going to be a trooper, a sergeant. Well, a trooper wouldn't be enough. A captain would be enough. Shield bearer, probably a priest would also be enough. So someone who's leading a pack. We need that in order to get our bleeps down. We do have a backup plan. If everything else fails, it's only 2 more days until we can capture East Asia. And East Asia has a facility with 3 bleeps on it, so there is plenty of time left over. With that mission, we are countering the extra paddings, which I like. Should be a good counter to the Stark event, and we only need to sabotage a transmitter. Sabotaging a transmitter means we are getting some extra chance for an enemy protocol, so that could be a permanent increase in the hacking stat. We got almost our prime team, Roby and his brother in weapons, Ranwim. We got Outrider with us, we got Big Shot and Whiskey. They are kind of a pair. No, they aren't. I'm lying. These two are, so yeah. Whiskey, Big Shot has another Grenadier as a partner. So tough luck for her, she needs to run alone. And I got this new guy, whom we recently gotten. We got Fury, the Templar. As you can see, we got a couple new toys at our hand. We got the gas grenade here, and we get the acid grenade over here. So it should be a pretty fun mission. We can give it a last try and see if there are any weapons available. Well, we could upgrade the Templar's gauntlets, which we should do, so they are not automatically sucking. And we should do the same for the beam auto pistol, which is the highest version of his pistol. So lucky for him, he has fully upgraded weapons. Congratulations, dear Templar. Probably that was a waste of resources, but anyways, let's see what the class can do. I am skeptical. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I am rather skeptical. A class that is only relying on melee attacks is highly inefficient when it comes to not pulling additional shit. So unless that guy has an option to re-stealth in some shape or form, or can make himself invisible, that will be an issue, because he will always pull additional points. Which, on Legendary, I don't need to tell you, is not an optimal scenario. The only way or the only place where I can see that this guy, the Templar, has his advantages would be in a combination with the Reaper, because the Reaper can effectively scout and make sure that there are no additional units. But without a Reaper, I don't know. Sounds pretty damn crazy.
In this area, tied directly into their primary network. Our intel suggests destroying it while it's
okay, I was wrong, by the way. We need to plant C4 charges, so there is no chance for an enemy protocol. Let's double check this. So Templar focus, Templar gain focus during missions by killing units with rend. Each point of focus increases the Templar's combat effectiveness by boosting their mobility, dodge, and rend damage. Focus can also be spent on powerful abilities. I am interested in seeing how this is going to work out, because so far I have absolutely no idea whether or not that's going to be good.
Patrol We're closing on the objective. Our readings indicate that relay is feeding energy directly into their network. If you can destroy it.
So we're going to kill a couple of these relays.
I'll be there soon. You can never.
But let's scout first and see what exactly we're working with. Ooh, that is interesting. So we got a pack here, we got another pack here. 1, 2, 3 relays. And that's where we need to plant the C4 charges. It actually looks doable. Should have, by the way, gotten her the grappling suit. I forgot to give her the grappling suit.
Moving out.
Yes, Commander.
Roger that.
Move!
Okay.
Affirmative.
It's pretty obvious that we're going to start to trigger next turn, because there's really no reason why we shouldn't. I would even consider starting with a grenade over here, unless these guys move away, because killing one of these little receivers would give us an extra time. Yeah, too less of an impact radius. Let's think about how shall we play that most intelligently. You know what? The remote start could be the answer to our question. No, no, no. Not really. So we would deal 8 points of damage and we would let them fall down, which is on top of it, so that's another 2. Which means the Viper would die,
Patience.
the Spectre wouldn't die. But he would drop down, so that's a plus at least. So Viper's down. Which means we have almost free reign when it comes to hitting these guys over here. Ooh, and we have rapid fire. Oh my gosh, that's going to be very, very painful for this guy. Can we leave the sniper there, to be honest? And we could go for a dual strike, if we so desire. Probably not necessary. I'm just thinking, this guy hasn't triggered yet, so might as well leave him there for now. Let's go on to Overwatch, because the Purifier will move. And I want to make sure that we're hitting him. And we're definitely not running in. We can, by the way, wonderful example of seeing why Templars are maybe a problem. It is a perfect option to kill someone. Unfortunately, I don't know if there's another pack here. It's a very difficult mission, so the likelihood is high that there's someone here or here. I just don't want to trigger yet another pack. So
Roger that.
it's almost a gentleman's agreement not to move him at all. So we do have a clear shot on the Advent Purifier, which means we have a second Overwatch. And now let's kill the snake. Rapid fire, perfect option. really lovely setup for our sniper. Yeah,
There you go.
that was an insta-kill. This guy should die, in my opinion. Well, there is of course always the chance that two of your soldiers decide to completely and utmostly fuck it up, so that this guy takes 1 point of lousy damage. In which case, yeah, I mean, sure, he's going to survive, right? Come on, 88%. Thank you.
You have my trust.
So we're going to see his massive potential with the automatic weapon. Let's see. Templar.
Well done. As we
Well,
had
it's
hoped,
good.
the network separation has been temporarily delayed. They're on to me.
So once we have scouted that this area is free, we are maybe, just maybe, getting the first kill with our Templar, the first melee kill.
Moving as ordered. You will never hide from me.
The Advent captain would serve our purposes nicely, if it can be disabled.
This guy is going to be our target for Skulljack. So the real question is going to be, can we reach him? No, we can't yet. But we can conceal ourselves and then reach him next turn, of course. And may I add, just for the sake of completeness, that if we were to go in and go get this shit here, we would have been fully revealed and fucked. Not that it does matter now, but it's only one time that we have an observation point. But the general problem that I see here is most likely going to prevail. Where did he just move himself? Oh, upstairs. You know what, buddy? I mean, that might be a pretty stupid idea, after all.
I strike for my people.
Move it. Hit. Kill. I like the animation. Looks slick. +1 focus. And can he move now? After using Rents, trigger always momentum, a free movement action, which allows them to return into the safety of cover. The Pentler has the parry ability. They can instead use momentum to stay in the same location and prevent all damage from the next attack. Well, we don't have that ability, but I like the way that they're thinking. So in theory, they have taken care of one of the biggest problems, which is standing fully exposed. That's good. I mean, that's a positive. They have not yet taken care about triggering additional packs. Because that indeed is an issue.
I was never here. Moving to designated coordinates.
We are moving aggressively, mainly because I want to skulljack him.
I hope it's worth it.
Nice one.
No problem, boss. I'm ready.
I'll just destroy yet another one. Get the maximum number of turns. And to do something useful with our actions. Well, we triggered. Okay, we first of all need to get rid of the Overwatch because that is absolutely insanely annoying me. Of course.
Come on, focus.
No. I like the idea. I like the idea. It's not bad. But no. Let's not just blow up our entire squad. That's a pretty stupid idea. So what we would want to do is we want to get rid of the Overwatch. I would like to move him here, but that will trigger Overwatch. This here will not trigger Overwatch, and we might be able to shoot. I said this will not trigger Overwatch. Well, he has removed Overwatch.
I guess that'll be okay.
I quite honestly do not know how he had line of sight, because that was a solid line of sight object. If it would have been full cover, it would have been a 100% chance to not trigger Overwatch, but moving from this field into this cover, the only thing that I could imagine is that he had that like sliver side in between these two pegs, because this is only half cover, and that had motivated him to do this idiocy. Anyways, the important part is the skull checking. Do we feel ready for the skull check? Not yet. Let's kill everything, and then when we have enough units left over, then we are going to skull check. So let's start actually with getting rid of all his armor. That was solid. Psychic attacks that deals low damage but jumps to nearby units on higher focus level. What's lower damage? 3 to 6. Well, 3 to 6 is not necessarily low. I like it. But he would need more than that. He has the right grenade. He can't do anything other than this vault, or since we have moved him, or just take a shot. So if we're lucky, he can kill him with one shot. We are lucky. Actually, his weapon is dealing some solid points of damage. I like it. This here will be a flanking position with cover for us. The only position that we could have reached. Let's try to kill this guy. Really solid. I think this here is a solid position as well.
I go where I'm needed.
Need to get rid of him. So in order to take enough time, I would want to make sure that we do have everything set up for next round. So what we're going to do is we're going to place a mimic beacon over here. He's just going to stand there, which is fine.
They're trying to pull back.
Well, I might have been wrong about the he's going to stand there claim.
I will reposition. The time for hiding is over.
So all of this here is out of sight for these guys. Let me test something because that's important. How many do we see? We only see this one guy, okay? Which means let's move up so we can see all of them.
There's an alien patrol nearby.
That will definitely... Okay, we can give him one action unit to move away. We would trigger, and we can give him an action unit. Plus he has Implacable in case of being successful. I would try to attack from here to get the least amount of mutants involved, but I can't promise that that's going to work. I want the Skulljack. Roby, take the long run. He's sprinting.
Jacking in.
And there you go, my friend.
We have complete access to the Advent Psionic Network. I have dedicated our systems to processing...
Might as well go for the large intel.
We will need to work fast. It is only a matter of time before they detect our intrusion. Got it.
I have sight beyond vision.
That appears to be the Codex responsible for safeguarding the alien data stores.
Nice.
We'll have to neutralize it if we intend to recover the data. Understood. Weapons hot. We've got our target. That's a confirmed visual on the transmitter. Plant the X4 charges before they can cut it off from the network.
Well, that kind of was foreseeable. That was also foreseeable. He has Implacable and Untouchable, so he would be able to take a shot and be immune against it. First things first, with the Codex, probably the single most important task, make sure that the Codex cannot replicate. That's key, absolute key. So repeat after me, children. The flashbang is your friend, because it will disable the Codex's ability. Disoriented means he cannot replicate. At least that is what it used to mean. I have no idea, maybe they have changed that. Come on. Solid 8 damage, that's good. Like it. Yep, by the way, it still means that they can't replicate. Apparently some things were stable. This here is a solid position to take a shot. Yeah, we're going over here, because I want to try to get rid of this Codex. Can't use the gas grenade, but we have a 60% chance of effectively killing it. Yeah, there we go. That's important. Personally, in my book, the Codex is the single most dangerous enemy unit because of its weapon lock ability.
Hopefully, it will provide some insight into the aliens' ongoing plans. I can make it.
Okay, we're going to hide behind the car.
I will always find you.
Ooh, 4 mutants. Well, that's a strong pack. Untouchable, my friend. No way. It's not going to work. And he's a melee unit, so he naturally takes lower chance in being, yeah, attacked by melee units. You should know that, Stun Lancer.
It's killing time.
Okay, so I would say let's get the party started.
Feel the power of the Templars. I only struck the armor. We march towards enlightenment.
I like the idea. Wait a second. What's a good one? I think that's a pretty good one. No, wait a second. That's a terrible one. That's Roby. Oh. So close. I almost trolled myself. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. There's one in your explosion radius. I think we need to get over here in order to have better angles. Okay. So, as I was suggesting, let us walk over here into full cover.
What's over there?
That could be a good starting point. What's his chance? So again, another 60%. Okay. 3, 4. Let's start with killing the Stun Lancer because that guy effectively starts to annoy me a little bit more. %. 70%. You know what? I'll stay in cover and take the melee attack. Good job, Roby.
I got it.
You're the best. We can still use the Implacable, and I think we're going to save some of the grenades. Although there are not that many enemies left over.
Grenade out!
Might as well use them now. So one of the things that I wanted to do is effectively kill this thing here. So let's move over here. I think
Whatever
Roby
you
can move
say.
back and kill it next turn.
Did you see that one?
So extra movement available.
Could use some
We're
ammo
moving
over
in.
here.
We
I
can
guess
kill
that'll
this
be okay.
and move back next turn. Where's the car on top of this building when you really need it?
I'm on the move.
Let's start reloading. I'm not
Reloading.
taking the penetrating shot yet. Oh wow, that's a
Advent
lovely
has
grenade.
almost cut off the transmitter from their network. We're running out of time.
We're not running out of time, dude. What are you even talking about? Damn. I like moving over here. But we probably would need to do it like this. Let me see. Yeah, this field here would trigger. This field here would trigger as well. They would trigger from here onwards. I want to use the grenade. By moving here, they would trigger. Currently they're standing in such a lovely pack. It would almost be a shame to not use that. Fortunately, we have used our Claymore already, because Claymore here, mwah, that would be awesome. Grenade is a little bit too short, unfortunately. But still, I'm moving in.
Okay, I'll go.
Still have enough time. They will probably still cluster up.
The shadows fail us.
Oh, so much for clustering up. What? What? Wait a second. One. Where's this guy? Let me ask the question in a different context. Where the fuck was he running to? Like, that's at the end of the whole map. Why would anyone ever be down here? I'm sorry, that it is so bizarre it doesn't even remotely start to make sense.
Frag out!
I mean, that's so bad. How could he possibly... Well, I'm speechless. It really doesn't make any sense.
All right, I'll go.
Keep going. Grenade!
So... we are eventually wiggling them down. Want more? They are poisoned, which is a significant debuff by itself.
I can handle that.
One, two, somewhere. 3, 4. Oops. Does he get an implacable? No. He doesn't. Okay.
I will tear you apart.
Good. We got the rend damage increased. We're now apparently at maximum.
The path is clear.
So we're going to kill this guy here. Even by not hitting, he is heavily wounded and will take the poison damage.
I will reposition.
So let's reposition and kill this guy completely.
No compromises.
What the heck? He
Under
was
heavy
teleporting
fire
throughout the whole map.
here. Looks to be a flanking maneuver. They've got me locked in.
That's stupid. I call bullshit.
Gremlin, get on the heels.
She apparently needs no revival protocol, but she is out of actions. Normally you can revive her with a revival protocol.
If you say so.
We will use a mimic beacon to lure them away. So we'll save that one. Let's try to get rid of their armor first.
I trust in your command.
How much would that deal? It's not bad. If we would throw an acid grenade. That would get rid of the armor. It's probably the smarter move. No, we're not friendly firing. Okay, so Roby, run and gun
Fire position.
over the whole playing field. We're going to place the Mimic Beacon in a location where both of them can clearly see it. Then we're dual shotting. Or dual striking. There we go.
Missed the target.
Unfortunately, our 50% shots miss. That's really unfortunate. And we'll take the other 50-50s.
Hit the armor!
Ready to engage.
They joined the countless.
Killed in action. A Mimic Beacon was destroyed.
Menace 1-5, they're about to disconnect the transmitter. This is our last chance. Seems doable.
Good. Time for a solid cleanup.
Armor still holding. Happy now?
I want to see that vault ability.
Launch for Ultra C.
Ooh.
Let's do this.
I'm not going to melee him because I know that he has a retaliation strike in case we miss. Oh, nice. Nice. Yet another round left over.
I got nothing.
Of course. One fucking hit point.
Your friends will join you soon.
We're not picking up any other contacts. Get those charges deployed. Back online. We're not picking up any more of those relays. That's all the time we're going to get, Commander.
All in all, I wouldn't say that it was a very difficult mission, but certainly the quadro pack of
Signal confirmed.
mutants
X4 charges are
could have
active.
been approached
That
better.
transmitter is history. Good work, Commander.
Had a little bit of a streak of missing luck, but you need to account for that. And the big mistake was getting caught out with our Reaper and not realizing where exactly that other mutant has gone to. He was standing on the other side of the map, and that just couldn't have been true.
City centers has been suspended until the recent power system upgrades have been completed. Please see your nearest Advent Peacekeeper for any further clarifications.
I hope we get a promotion or two. But we haven't had as many kills, so I suppose probably will not, at least not get a promotion for the important characters.
Another success beyond all expectations. I'm continually impressed, Commander.
So, let's see, Psyblade. After attacking with Ren, prevent all damage from the next attack instead of moving. That was the parry thing, which I think was okay. Then the shock. The shock would have holo targeting included in it. Mark a single target with a psionic lens, causing them to take additional 33% from a number of future single target attacks. That could be something which we use against sectoports or gatekeeper. I think we'll take the parry. But I am intrigued also to go with this amplify. Doesn't seem to be too bad either.
Commander, please thank our troops for completing what was surely a difficult task in acquiring the Codex Brain.
Reduced our Qatar progress by 2 and countered a dark event. Plus, we got ourselves a nice little grenadier.
High, and yet you have exceeded them.
Look at that. Captain Reno. Let's give her the grenadier colors.
You know, I probably wouldn't be alive today if it weren't for your father. He was something of a miracle worker.
Getting the Avengers' power back online was a miracle. I'm not entirely sure how he deciphered their system, but we'd still be half buried in the sand if he hadn't. He gave everything he had to get the ship running. But he didn't live long.
That looks much cooler.
We owe you both a debt of gratitude.
You can honor his memory by using this ship to destroy the
So,
aliens
we'll give her
wherever we
Shredder.
find it.
You'll get no argument here.
Nice little suppression. Heavy ordnance. And volatile mix. I think she single-handedly has become our highest ranking grenadier. Even Ranwim, who I think has 10 missions, missions 13 even, is still a lower rank. What the fuck?
The creature your troops defeated here was clearly of some importance to the aliens, Commander. Let us hope that the recovered remains prove equally important to our own efforts.
That's worth 40... That's de facto worth 40 to 80 intel, which is not bad. Specifically since we do not need to build another relay. So we might as well take that. But first we make contact to the next big location, East India. And in East India we do have a facility with 3 blips, which effectively means we are having the Doom counter under control. And this year it's a great update. Breakthrough, all pistols get +1 damage. Cool. Just very, very good. Thank you. There's a nice little aim +4, which is really good. Gain ability points, gather supplies, all of that is not really good. Technical analysis. Technical advances. I've gotten a few big brains in my organization. You never know what they might come up with. Some new research. Okay, well, that's probably a research which I think we're okay. That's a scientist. We could go for the aim, which isn't too bad. Edgar Allan Poe as a sharpshooter takes it. And if Edgar is on the mission, let's put Sirkim on the mission as well. Wait a second, they are maximum bound mates already, so never mind. We need to level Sirkim because currently are lacking enough high level characters. So instead, I want to take the Templar with us, but anyways. I've chosen it more due to the reward of having +4 aim than anything else. That was really good. And I can see we're almost done with blue screen protocol, which will be a huge increase.
We've managed to track the chosen hunter to this region.
New regional contacts located.
Isn't it great? We only need one more contact here to get the resistance network bonus. Contact with new regions will be made instantly. Instantly. So do we have intel, and we do have reduction in contact costs, which we're going to take the latter one.
Avenger plotting new course.
Although, wait a second. We want to get this here next. This here is effectively worth 40 intel then, because that's directly adjacent to all of them. Might as well take the intel. Alternatively, we'll go for the black market. No, we can only buy with Intel. That wouldn't make any sense. Let's take the Intel, because the Intel is probably going to be around 60-ish, which means it's more than that. We could use a big fat supply rate now. Oh nice, blue screen rounds. MP grenade, and that's it. That's it, guys. Blue screen rounds. Thank you.
Just give the word and I'll get started, Commander.
Insta-build 2 times. Probably going to take it a third time.
I just hope it's not
Since we're a little bit out of cash, I might suggest we really quickly visit the black market and then come back for the rest of the scan. But blue screen rounds are really helpful.
Market is open.
Maybe I overestimated how much we could sell. Good. 3 times blue screen rounds should be enough for one team. Resistance supply drops are collected instantly.
I have often wondered why the elders would entrust their knowledge within a being.
We will just build. Oh wait, 250. Never mind.
Avenger plotting new course.
Never mind.
This will prove to have been an important breakthrough.
Nice. So we got an additional upgrade slot for all of the rifles and +1 damage for the pistols. We can get additional intel here. That's fine. I think we're going to do some of the autopsies afterwards. We're still lacking Elerium crystals for the other weapon upgrades, but we have a couple of autopsies which will bring us through the next weeks.
I had assumed you'd make that research a priority, Commander. I'll notify you as soon as the report is available. When inspired, our team is actually quite
84
efficient.
intel. Wow, that's good.
Greetings, Commander.
Might as
We'll
well
make
do
our
that again.
highest priority.
That's a fast way of gaining intel. We're at 166 again. It's pretty good. And look at that. We could neutralize a VIP or capture it to gain supplies and intel. Not that we need either. Well, supplies we don't really need because we'll get a big fat income, but intel is actually quite helpful. So I shouldn't downplay it too much because the black market offers you a lot of PCSs and we can buy some really interesting stuff there. But we're going to do that mission in the next video.